Mune Mune Maha Munaye Soha Tayata Om 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 Muni Muni 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 Maha Munaye Soha. Saji perke shukshin meta cham ri rab lingshin and then yampadi sange jingdu mete buai jogu namda jila chuparashu idam guru rana mandala kamne yadaya me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we'll go through the text, Lamb for the Path, Wisdom chapter. We are at verse 41. So verse 41 to verse 46, very much the introduction to the emptiness. Then after that, the actual, more elaborate teaching. So it says like this: when the practitioner has gained calm abiding, higher perception will also be gained. But without practice of perfection of wisdom, the obstruction will not come to an end. So so here the higher perception, not referring to the wisdom realizing emptiness. The higher perception referring to like such as clever minds, like clairvoyance, etc. So in the text there's few, I think three area, using the same term, higher perception. So each one meaning different, even though the same word. So here, when the practitioner has gained calm abiding, higher perception, like such as clairvoyance, especially clairvoyance, knowing many discursive knowledge, etc., will also be gained, but without the practice of perfection of wisdom. So without the calm abiding, not actualizing the object of calm abiding as a wisdom of emptiness, then which is the special insight in lamrim language, the obscuration to delusion, obscuration to nirvana, obscuration to omniscience will not come to an end. So if a practitioner who so there are two kind of practitioners. One first travel through the lower vehicle path, the hero or solitary realizer, and then enter into the Mayanic path. The another individuals, they directly enter into the Mayanic path. So those who enter first into the hero or solitary realizer's path, then the delusional obstacles are already purified when they actualize arhatship, or when they achieve the nirvana peace. So when for such a practitioner, when they enter into Mayanic path, to be understood that they travel quite swiftly, along the path of accumulation, path of preparation, even at the path of seeing and path of meditation. They have a lesser challenge, lesser negations to be negated. Only the obscuration to omniscience is to be negated, because delusion obstacles are already overcome. But those of who directly enter from the Mayanic path, then the journey will take slightly lengthier. Lengthier in the sense the comparison of the one that who already traveled through the lower vehicle, or the Hinayana path. For this who would go directly into the Mayanic path, then the delusional obstacles are overcome when they achieve 8 bhumis. When they arrive the first moment of 8 bhumis, then that's where the old delusions are overcome. Then after that onward, then the main focus is to purify the obscuration to omniscience. But then from the very first moment of the path of seeing, when they utilize the path of special insight to eradicate the defilement, as long as being as a Mayanic path, Mayanic practitioner, the main focus is still to purify the obscuration to omniscience. So the delusion obstacles are purified by the way, without needed specifically to apply antidote. So that's what I understand. So why is saying without the practice of perfection of wisdom, the obscuration will not overcome. The obscuration to omniscience to overcome by the application of the direct application, direct, the antidote, application of the antidote. And the application of antidote effectively able to open on when the practitioner remain in meditative equipoise. During the pause meditation, they are unable to do so. It has to be during the meditative equipoise. So the object of meditative equipoise has to be wisdom from emptiness. Even higher, any other higher knowledge won't able to serve that purpose. Not only that, the serving mind, none of the other mind, how sharp it may be, won't able to serve to get into the quality meditative equipoise. It require the shamatha mind, or that's what I understand. So this is very much talking about that. Then verse 42, thus to eliminate all obstructions to liberation and omniscience, the practitioner should continuously cultivate the perfection of wisdom with the skillful means. So as I mentioned before, the delusional obstacles are the obstacle to liberation. Then omniscient was obscurational obstacles. Obscurational knowledge is the obstacle to omniscience. But in order for practitioners to eliminate these two obstacles, it says the practice of wisdom need to combine with the skillful means. Like the disciple Changju, from the 7 question, one of the question is to practice combine or separate. So this answer that. So how it works, once the practitioner who realize wisdom of emptiness, realize shamatha, then who is very much also, who also actualize bodhicitta, so understood that this practitioner is on the path of seeing. So from the first moment of path of seeing is meditative equipoise, but the whole path of seeing and within the path of meditation divided into 2 sessions, meditative session and post-meditative session. So during the post-meditative session, I think in the beginning of the course I mentioned you need to engage in the first 5 paramitas practices, or the method. Have to engage in the practice of method aspect of the path. So the more the merit you accumulate, it increases the force of the practice of meditative equipoise, the application of the wisdom. So that's the reason why I need to combine. Otherwise the wisdom is the same thing. Direct realization of lack of inherent existence. That wisdom is the same thing. The wisdom that which carried by the first Bhumi practitioner as well as 10 Bhumi practitioner, same thing. But its force can be increased, and that is not by the wisdom but by the force of the method. Verse 33, wisdom without skillful means and skillful means too without wisdom are referred to as a bondage. Therefore not to give up either. Bondage here meaning if without the wisdom of emptiness, no nirvana. Without the attitude of bodhicitta, no enlightenment. You see, so if you pursue only one, then that bound, achieving the perfection of either nirvana or either omniscience because of that. Verse 44, to eliminate doubt concerning what is wisdom and what is skillful means, I shall take clear and differences between skillful means and wisdom. Verse 45, apart from the perfection of wisdom, all virtues practiced such as the perfection of giving are described as a skillful means by the victorious one. So from the 6th perfection, concentration before all the five perfections, practice of five perfections are the method aspect of the path. By engaging in such practices will accumulate merit of method. Then the number 6 is the wisdom. So that's what Buddha says. So verse 46, whoever under the influence of familiarity with the skillful means cultivate wisdom will quickly attain enlightenment, not just by meditating on selflessness. So this is very much like indirectly mentioning about those who enter into the self-liberation, path of self-liberation. Even though you are engaging in quality meditation on selflessness or emptiness, but that won't able to deliver the full enlightenment. Just a limited cessation, which is the self nirvana. And in the practice of Mahayana, in the practice of Bodhisattva's path, then the self nirvana is to be negated. Generally the nirvana, peace, or the path of the especially cessation, the nirvana, peace, is to be achieved, is to be adopted. But in comparison to Mahayanic path, is to be abandoned, is to be negated. Why need to negate? Because it is obstacle to omniscience, obstacle to actualize Buddhahood. So then verse 47 to verse 59 is the more detailed teaching on emptiness. Here the presentation on the wisdom of emptiness very much very much to prove the Pasangika Madhyamika's view is the final view of emptiness, or the ultimate intent, understanding of emptiness by Buddha. So in order to prove that, then there are two main opponents that which prove to be false or negate them. So one of them is Chittamatra, another one is Saudantika Madhyamika. So the way to validate the Pasangika Madhyamika's view by proving by disapproving the Chittamatra and Saudantika's view as a right view. So verse 47 it says, understanding emptiness of inherent existence through realizing that the aggregates, constituents, and sources are not produced is described as a wisdom. So what is wisdom of emptiness? The wisdom of emptiness is referring to the wisdom that understand, or wisdom that realize such as self and phenomena, such as aggregates, like 5 aggregates, 18 constituents, in 12 sources, are the lack of inherent existence. That understanding mind is called the wisdom of emptiness. So you refer to the Hasutra. Hasutra describe each of the aggregates, 12 sources, then 18 constituents. So therefore, if we want to realize emptiness, we have to realize, we have to train our mind to understand emptiness in all discursive objects, many objects. And so first realize emptiness through analytical observation. Then that will lead to the actual wisdom of actual wisdom of realizing directly the emptiness nature of the phenomena, the non-conceptual realization on wisdom of emptiness. So therefore Hasutra is the best guide. So each of the phenomena mention name, like such as even like no nose, no ear, no sound, etc. Need to realize, need to understand, and need to realize lack of inherent nose. No nose meaning there's no inherently existing nose, no inherently existing taste, etc. No inherently existing 18 constituents, 12 sources, etc. There's no inherent existing traveling of interdependent existing. There's no inherently existing of Four Noble Truth, etc., etc. So then until that you do the analytical observation to the last subject, the last object, which is the wisdom that which realize the lack of inherent existence of the phenomena or the self. Even that wisdom to be understood is lack of inherent existence. Then that wisdom is the object of your meditative equipoise. Meditative equipoise. Then verse 48. So this mainly refuting the Chittamatharan view. The Chittamatharan tenets, who assert the true existence of production, such as durations and disintegrations. So in short, who assert the true existence of production. The true existence of the mind, true existence of this subject that bring about the existence. So this verse is dedicated to refute that. Something exists cannot be produced, nor something non-existent like a sky flower. These errors are both absurd, and thus both of the others too will not occur either. So something exists cannot be produced. Something inherently or something truly exists, then it cannot be produced. If the mind carry the nature of true existence, then the mind cannot bring production. You see, if the karma is true existence, then karma cannot bring the karmic result. It's very much talking about like that. Because Chittamatharan do not assert external existence. They assert everything is arising from the mind. So the common Buddhist way of saying everything is karma, isn't it? We normally say everything is karma. That way of saying, actually we are very much close to the view of Chittamatara. And it's very much like the way how Chittamatara would say. The Chittamatara is saying everything is production of your mind. Everything arises from your mind. Ultimately meaning everything arises from the karma. Because karma is a mental factor. So if we don't analyze, we in fact very much live following the Chittamatara view. Everyone would understand and say, we all are product of karma, isn't it? That's one of the Buddhist easiest thing to say. Everything is karma. If it goes wrong, it's your karma. If it goes right, it's your karma. Meaning is your mind. It goes wrong, it's because of your mind. It goes right, it's because of your mind. It's slightly more clear. It says because of the ripening of the imprint that carries in your mind. So, but that's fine. This can understand in the meaning of interdependent arising, that meaning interpreted by Pasangika Madhyamika, then it's fine. And this is true. This is correct statement. But the statement, this statement pronounced in the understanding of the Chitta way, and it is false because of asserting the production as a true existing, or the mind as a true existing. So something exists cannot be produced is very much meaning. If something exists at the time of its cause, something exists means whatever exists already in the mind, the cause, the mind, it would already be in existence, and there would be no need for it to be produced again. It already exists. Why need to produce again? Why would it need cause then? Because it's already existing. So cause have no meaning. So it means mind has no meaning. Karma has no meaning. If it could be produced again, there would be endless repeated production. Endless. The karma cannot be ended. Then karma cannot be purified. All this has to take encounter like that. Then know something non-existent, like a sky flower. That's very much meaning. An inherent existing thing which did not exist at the time of its cause would forever remain non-existent, and could, like a sky flower, never be produced, no matter how many causes and conditions were established for that purpose. Because being inherently existent and therefore independent, such factor could not affect it. So know something non-existent. Without there is a cause. Without having cause, there's no production of result also. You see, then it become like a flower in the sky. And there's no flower in the sky, isn't it? Because there's no cause then produce flower in the sky, right? So anyway, something like that. So the above two errors are the absurd. Thus both of the others, two will not occur either. So anyway, this is mainly refuting the true existence of production, or true existence of the subject. True existence of the subject. For the Pasang, so who's saying this? Who's offering this debate? Such as Nagarjuna, such as Atisha himself, like Chandaki, they are offering debate to the Chitta Matrans. For the Pasangika Madhyamika, the true existence is the same meaning as an inherent existence or substantial existence. From that point of view, disprove the Chitta view as a correct view. So to support that, there's in one of the sutras, so Naga King, there's one sutra. Whatever is produced from condition is not produced. What do you mean by not produced? It is not produced means it is not intrinsically produced. Whatever is produced, whatever is legitimately or interdependently conditioned, whatever is produced from its condition is not produced. So it's very much talking to Chitta Matan, the way how you assert the production is lies in the nature of true existence. That true existence produced from the condition is not produced. Not produced. It's intrinsically not produced or inherently not produced. So all the karmic results are not inherently produced, because there's no inherent or true existent production. Whatever depends upon condition, I consider empty. Whatever depends upon condition, I consider empty of true existence, or empty of inherent existence, or empty of intrinsic existence. One who knows emptiness is diligent. It says like that. So then verse 49 mainly negating the Saudantika Madhyamika. Now Saudantika Madhyamika assert substantial existence, or assert inherent existence. Do not assert true existence. So the Saudantika Madhyamika differentiate true existence and substantial existence as a different meaning. But Pasangika Madhyamika, they assert as the same meaning. So in one angle, comparison of Chittamatharan and Saudantika Madhyamika, Chittamatharan's view sounds like more subtle, because Chittamatharan already do not assert, even substantially existing of the tangible phenomena, outer phenomena. It only assert the production, the mind only. As far as concerned with the Saudantika Madhyamika, they assert substantial existence both in object and subject. So actually in one angle, Saudantika Madhyamika, the view is more gross than Chittamatharan. But then, if you weigh the meaning of true existence and substantial existence, then yes, Saudantika Madhyamika, sounds like a bit more subtle. So anyway, it says, a thing is not produced from itself, nor from another, also not from both, nor causelessly either. Thus it does not exist inherently by way of its own entity. So this one is called the diamond fragment. Diamond fragment reasoning. It's also called as a king of reasoning. So this reasoning, you apply in observations of selflessness in any phenomena. Dale mai, shele mai, dale mai, not produced from self, shele mai, nor from another, nile mai, also not from both, yume mean not by causelessly, dale mai, shele mai, nile mai, yume mean ngobo kanda kaya. Then thus it does not exist inherently. So I do not produce, I does not exist in self-production, nor from another cause, not from both, or nor causelessly. Then there you establish the empty of self, or the selflessness. So, just to be more elaborate, so it is in the lamrim very clearly stated. The reputations of this 4 points. You see the reputations of production from self. What it means. Lama Tsongkhapa said, if a seedling were produced from itself, its production would be pointless, because production means that what is produced has come into being. If it were produced from itself, the seedling would already have come into being. As in the case of the seedling, that is clearly manifest. production also would be endless because of if an already arising seed were to arise again, the very same seed would have to arise repeatedly. So this is just giving example to the seedling, so you can apply to all the other phenomena. you know Mm. So in another word here, Nagarjuna's fundamental wisdom, fundamental treatise says, if cause and effect were the same, then the produce and producer would be the same. So the uh, mm, sameness here is referring to the sameness of sameness in the substantial existence. The cause and effect were the same, means cause and effect carry the same identity, same substantial potential. Then the produce and production would be the same. Means that inherent substance that carry in the cause, that is the potential to bring about the result. Then what carries in the result is the same within the cause. So it's like the father mother thing, parents and the child. There is more of emotional kind of establishment. Whatever karma we commit, parent will commit because it carries this parent's body, the same substance, the substantial physical why children create karma the parent will receive, because the children carry the same substance of the physical aggregates from parents. So that's the emotional discussion, but here is the wisdom discussion. The substantial existing is very much talking like there's a solid phenomena that which is already during the time of cause, and that carry to the result. That's why result possible. But in reality, if you go and search the truthful existence of that substance, even in that substance you cannot find any substantial existence. You cannot find even the tiniest atom as inherently or substantially existent. So also the Chandrakirti says in the commentary on the middle way, there's no advantage in it is arising from itself. There's no reason for something which has been produced to be produced again. So it become like already produced and reproduce like that. There's no purpose. If you suppose that something already produced is produced again, then the production of seedling and such would not be found in the universe, in the world. Therefore, the imputation that things arise from themselves is reasonable neither in terms of reality nor in terms of the world. There's, neither reasonable to the relative world as well as the ultimate world. So then that's how that you understand, and now you refute the self-protection, the first one. Then the second one is the reputation of the production from another, by another cause, different cause. Like very much like another DNA can cause, like another parent can born other's child. It makes sense? Something like that. So Nagarjuna's fundamental treatise says, if cause and effects were other, then cause and non-causes would be just like alike. So then that meaning I can born from other parent. Then there's no special characteristic of right cause. If you assert things can be produced by other cause, worse than that, other inherent or substantial cause, then very much we can say that my parent can be some another's parent. You know. Anyway, yeah. From the same, no, it's a, this one is Chandrakirti's commentary to the middle way says, if things arose in dependence upon what is other, then thick darkness would arise even from a flame. Everything would arise from everything. Why? Because in being other, all of the non-producers of something would be just like it is producer. Yeah, so I mean, if we want to take into deeper understanding and meditation, then we need to tease onto the actual meaning of the substantial existence. The substantial existence, mainly talking about not just things are produced from other cause, but here the main thing is talking about things are not produced from substantial existent other cause, the cause that is substantially existent. So when we talk about substantial existent, what is it? What is meant by inherent existent or substantial existent? So inherent existent, you can define like the inherent existent, defined by carrying the characteristic of dualistic existence, true existence, substantial existence, independent existence, autonomically existent, permanent existence. So all these characteristics all come together. That one thing, that one idea, is what it means inherent existence. So now, if you want to negate the false view of inherent existence, then you need to peel the skin like that. You need to peel layer by layer. First you discard the outer layer, the permanent existence, like such as self. Self is lacking inherent existence because self is not permanent. Self is lacking inherent existence because it is not independent existence, because it is not autonomically existent, because it is not dualistically existent, because it is not true existent, because it is not substantial existent. Then now you arrive, that is it, because therefore it is not inherent existent. You see, so other than this characteristic, there's nothing out there to grab what inherent existence is. You get the point? So that's why the understanding of the four philosophical schools is beneficial. These masters, like what do you call, like Asangas, who hold the Chittamatra view, Bashupantu, like who hold the Vaibhasika view, but then, also Buddha Palita, Buddha Palita also, Buddha Palita is certain assert as a Pasangika Madhyamika view, but when you look into his, detailed treatise, it sounds like a Saudantika Madhyamikan view, like that. So in any way, even Buddha, Bajubandhu, by now he is enlightened being, no doubt. By now he have realized the ultimate view of emptiness. Without that, cannot eradicate the defilement, isn't it? But they hold this position for the purpose of debate, for the purpose of discussion, so that you really get to know, you really get to understand, the definition of what inherent existence is. You see, so since it is like that, then the whole purpose is, not to contradict each other, rather supplement each other among the four schools. So in order to get to the final understanding of the Pasanga Madhyamika view, then first you need to work it out with the Vaibhasika's view. The negation that Vaibhasika presented, first negate that. You see. Ultimately, all these four schools, they assert interdependent arising. In the meaning of selflessness, if you ask Bachubandhu, you say, what is the meaning of selflessness that you assert in your philosophical view? His answer would be because of his interdependent arising. If you ask Asanga, the same answer will give. It's because of interdependent arising. If you ask Nagarjuna, you say, why things lack of inherent existence? It's because of interdependent arising. But the meaning of interdependent arising has gross and subtle. So there are three level of meaning of interdependent arising. You see, the earlier school, the interdependent arising, very much referring to the cause and effect, interdependent of cause and effect. Later, the interdependent arising comes to part and particles. Then after that, the subtle one is like the subtle one, like the Chittamatana and Pasangika Madhyamika, is interdependent on the subjective mind, or interdependent on the labeling of the mind, interdependent on the imputation of the mind. You see. So again here, why phenomena are, why self as a phenomena are lies in the nature of emptiness, because its nature lies in cause and effect, because its nature lies in the the correct basis of part and particles, because lies in the nature of dependent on the imputation of the mind. Otherwise things won't exist. So so when you get to understand the most subtle interdependent meaning of most subtle interdependent arising, you understand the emptiness of lack of inherent existence. When you understand the lack of inherent existence, you understood the most subtle understanding of interdependent arising. You see, so because the meaning of emptiness is interdependent arising. The meaning of interdependent arising is emptiness. So these two help each other. And like what Lama Tsongkhapa said in the Three Principles as well, the path, that until you realize the meaning of emptiness in interdependent arising, you have not arrived to the final understanding of the view. So this is what it meant. Then the repetition of the production from both self and another. Again, Chandrakirti's commentary on the middle way says, production from both is also unreasonable. Why? Because fallacies already explained before it. Production from both together exists neither in the terms of world nor in the terms of reality. Because individually production from self and from another are not established. So that's quite easy to understand, isn't it? The right cause and wrong cause, cannot be harmony to produce one result. So that's quite easy. Then repetition of causeless production. Again from the same text. If it were the case that things are produced without any cause, then these worldly beings would not go through hundreds of hardship to collect seed and such for growing crops. Yeah, that's also easy to understand, isn't it? So here, this the diamond fragmented diamond fragmented uh, reasoning, from the four corners. You corner into four corners to find the self. uh, you know Self exists in the self exists by in the other, self exists by none of other, self exists by no cause. So by analyzing that, then you arrive to understanding the non-existent self. And that finding of non-existent self is a finding of legitimate existent self, legitimately, which is meaning you find the interdependently existent self, which experience samsara, which experience karma, which can travel on the path, which can actualize liberation. Then there's another 4-point analysis to examine the selflessness of person and phenomena. Uh, 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 the first one is to what to be negated. So first learn the negation. Uh, then karsa. Mm, then in what to be negated. Then the third and fourth is within or without. I think something like that. To examine the selflessness of self and phenomena. You know, uh, so the negations are the negation they presented by, or this is the wrong all the wrong views are that to be negated, such as true existent I, true existent or inherent existent I. That's the first we need to know. So know the negation. Then after that, then in what the negation will be negated. So that is on the basis, the correct basis where you label or you determine self and phenomena. Like such as my five aggregates are my correct basis to the actualize the person called Tenzin Zopa. So so on that basis, then you research that Tenzin Zopa exists with the aggregates or without aggregates. If Tenzin Zopa exists with the aggregates, then whole of aggregates or just one of aggregates. So I am not whole of aggregates, I am not one of the aggregates, and I'm also do not exist out of the basis of the aggregates in others. I do not exist on the table, isn't it? I do not exist in the atmosphere, like what the Nagarjuna says. I is not water, earth, wind, etc. So I is not aggregates, I is not mental aggregates or physical aggregates, whole of it, and also without it. So therefore I do not exist substantially, or I do not exist truly. So therefore, because of non-existent truly or inherently, therefore you are able to establish interdependent existence. How? You exist merely in the name, merely imputed by name. You exist merely in the name. It's quite true, isn't it? So before we were born, we are not named. Like yesterday I give example, James Bond, like that. Now sounds like a bit like James Bond. And my voice also become, maybe I create a karma. I don't have such a nice voice like this. My voice is a very thin one, but because of this, blessing, voice sounds quite powerful. James Bond. Okay, so yes, then another one is the seven what do you call the chariot. There's a 7 point chariot analysis of selflessness of person and selflessness of phenomena. The I, the chariot is one with the whole. Chariot is, without, apart, etc. So there's a 7 ways to analyze. So there are many logical ways to examine, use as an analytical meditation or guide. But these 3 are quite common, and especially the diamond fragmented reasoning is regarded is a king of the reasoning. As long as you use this reasoning, the none of the false view cannot be dismantled. Will surely will do that. Like that. Okay, so we are almost to the lunch. Yeah, then we stop here. Then we will continue from after come back from the stupa. So now when we go to the stupa, when we first enter from the main gate, at the right side, there's one another like a stupa, on the first kora, first round there, at the right side. At the gate, you look this side, there's one stupa. So that stupa there, when Buddha, travel after these 6 years of retreat, and he claimed to be, he stayed there for some time before he moved to under the Bodhi tree. So that is to be understood. Then after that, we will walk straight to the main temple, main stupa. Of course, view the Buddha statue. We offer the ropes, so we're offering rope on behalf of everybody. So we hopefully the statue keeper is there, so we pass the rope to him. Then he will offer around the Buddha's holy body. So this regarded very, very meritorious, and there everybody, you understand that yourself making this offering, and also understand the garment is like a precious, made by precious kind of threads or whatever. Now precious material, pure material. Then I will recite the prayer. There's one verse of prayer to offering the rope, so I will recite that. Then offering the baking bowl. So there's also prayers to be recited. I will recite that. You understand, your offering. You are the one who's making offering. You also visualize your offering on behalf of your family members and others also. Then there's a flower offering, isn't it? Also something like that. So after go in, of course we will line up like that. I don't think we will have much time to stay, but I think I will stay. At least one person try to squeeze at the corner. Then I will do all the necessary prayers. Then all of you just view. Then you just go back. The line like this. Go out. Then outside just wait. Wait where there's more space. Then before. Then after that we will make circumambulation. Also, you can view up where you remember that the two Tara that has conversation. Then one of the Tara, after we make the circumambulation, when we come out to the second circumambulation, then we view the Tara, we visit the Tara shrine. Then after that, then we will do the second circumambulation. So now, Buddha. Then after that, first circumambulation, the first corner right. Again, if there's nobody, then we will group there. Then we will take refuge. Maybe I will not the ceremonial way. I will offer the refuge. Otherwise, you all can visualize. I will do all the necessary refuge prayers, refuge vow. So you all just in a motivation understand you go to refuge. That is the place where Shakyamuni Buddha first time offer refuge. this side. There's also one, I think, Cheresic statue, which is especially beneficial for the eye. The Cheresic, holding a vase and a mirror. But anyway, that area is where Buddha first time revealed give the refuge. Then we go. Then the behind is a Bodhi tree. So again, if there's not many people, we will sit there. There we take the Bodhisattva vow. Immediately when we arrive, we do 3 prostration, kneel down, and recite the refuge and Bodhicitta prayer. And again, I will conduct that myself, but we won't use the mic, whatever. There are so many people there. So you just you already know what to do. So you just basically just aspire to actualize bodhicitta from now on, like that. Then after that complete, we will continue the circumambulation. At the left side, when we're coming out, there's one Bodhi tree, another Bodhi tree. That is the place where Shakyamuni Buddha revealed the 12 link of interdependent arising. The teaching, he did the drawing. So this teaching was, this drawing was done by Buddha himself, the wheel of life. So he drew that is to send to one of the king. I can't remember the name of the king as a teaching. So that teaching was, very much came to exist in right that place. I think very, very meaningful to know. So I was just kind of, we said this is the area. Then after that. Before we come out from the inner circle Kora, there's one Tara on the wall. Usually most people, they go straight and try to touch their head to the Tara's feet. It's quite a big statue. Some people believe that one of the Tara image is that one. One of the Tara dissolved into that image. Because there are 2 Tara was compensation. The another one is the small one, which is in the shrine. You see. So anyway, you remember the story, then you just relate yourself like Atisha. So when we go around, we go quietly. Okay? In your heart, you ask this question: what's the quickest path to enlightenment? Like what Atisha asked, and you imagine, you visualize, the Mother Tara is like kind of like blessing you, helping you. The quickest path to enlightenment is bodhicitta. You understood. You understood from the depth of your heart, like exactly like what Atisha, but for Atisha, he traveled 12 months in the most dangerous route to practice. For us, is to have the courage to take the Bodhisattva vow. That's our challenge. Okay. Then the second circumambulation, then third circumambulation. So when we do third circumambulation, we can also see there's one lake. So in the center there's a statue. Some people say Nagarjuna, but I think it's a Naga king. So I have no idea. Some people say it could be Nagarjuna, because Nagarjuna is the one who built the stupa, so honor Nagarjuna like that. But I think maybe whatever, I don't know exactly. So we will anyway. People go and visit that. And there's one Ashoka pillar also. To remember, Ashoka play a great role to actualize the stupa also. He's the Dharma king. Then so we are coming back for tea, isn't it? 3:30. So once we have done the third round, then we go our own way. Is that right? So then we just be here for the tea time. So you at least have some free time for yourself, like that. Thank you. Food blessing, yes. Omo ahung, omo ah, omo ahung, lama sanje, lama che, deje lama gende, gonye jebo lama de, lama namla che bab, omo ahung, omo ah, omo ahung. Saji beje joje bendo tam rirab leje nye de geba sange jingdu mete buwaye doga namda jinla je barai jo yedam guru rana men kamne ya daya mi. if there's a space under the Bodhi tree, then maybe about 5-10 minutes, just completely quiet and meditate on bodhicitta. We try to do that. If not, if we find some other place, and also when we walk, we walk as gentle as possible, as calm as possible, as if like Buddha is right in front of you, guiding you, so peacefully. Oh, then one thing, the purpose of visit there, we should dedicate this for the world peace, to overcome all this war, diseases and famine, and natural disaster, and also we dedicate this for most precious Guru Gyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's swift return of his unmistaken reincarnation, to carry out Rinpoche's enlightened legacy, to preserve the Dharma and serve the sentient being. And of course, long life of His Holiness and all your gurus and yourself, your family, like that. Okay, thank you. Oh, there's more chocolate here.